Prime 4. Yep.
You scared the cats.
Right. She did have purple lights.
This is the unknown planet Vuros. Here, Samus finds a verdant jungle with a colossal tree at its center.
Vuros. That's cool.
In order to survive and escape this planet that she was unexpectedly transported to, Samus must scan stone figures and other relics
New scan
to carve a
animation.
path forward.
Yeah, like even from the first trailer, she didn't have it.
She's not alone,
No.
though. Abhorrent, alien creatures living in the jungle are waiting to strike.
Oh wait, do the lights change from the weapon you use now?
As she explores the planet, Samus is granted mysterious and ancient powers. Psychic abilities.
Okay.
These powers allow Samus to operate mechanisms and to open doors. They also allow her to control the trajectory of her beams with the power of her mind. But why were these powers bestowed upon Samus?
I feel like that's the wave beam, but what the fuck is that?
And what will be her fate after being summoned to Vuros? The threads intertwining beyond space and time are beginning to weave a new tale.
لكن تكالاليخ عشرية intentina kalanshi.
What? Oh. Okay. So that's cool.
様々な試練がサムスを待ち受けていそうですが、新たな力、サイキック能力によって広がる探索にもぜひご期待ください。
The fact that suits change based on
続い
like
てヘッドラインをご覧くださ
the
い。
species or like the race she's like discovering is really cool.
Ready to stir
No, I'm
up
glad they're
some
not
mischief?
doing the usual like
Once
power
upon a
via
time,
gravity.
there was a drab coffee shop that transformed into a magical
go
potion
into-
cafe. As the
go
newest
pixel and frame
potionista
by
of the
frame on
cursed
that.
cafe, you'll craft concoctions for Disney villains and get to know them in a new light. Mix ingredients to brew all sorts of strange elixirs.
That's
Then
really cool,
serve
like the
them to
psychic
your
abilities.
villainous
That's
visitors,
cool that you just
including
get to
Ursula
choose
and
where your
Gaston.
beams go.
With help from Yzma, you can upgrade your ingredients to produce some
I also do
wildly
really like
wicked
the-
creations. The potions you
more
make
hand
can
animation.
influence each customer's storylines,
Like, it's a little
leading
thing,
to
but I really
different
like it.
outcomes every time you play. Who knows what mischief might happen?
Euros, that's really cool.
Disney Villains
that thing.
Cursed Cafe launches on Nintendo
Really
Switch
surprised they
later
didn't show
today.
Silex at all. That is
Summon a spellbinding adventure.
interesting. All right, let's watch this again. We're not going to do like a full breakdown now. We're just going to watch this like a couple times, and I won't speak this time.
This is the unknown planet Vuros. Here, Samus finds a verdant jungle with a colossal tree at its center. In order to survive and escape this planet that she was unexpectedly transported to, Samus must scan stone figures and other relics to carve a path forward. She's not alone, though. Abhorrent, alien creatures living in the jungle are waiting to strike. As she explores the planet, Samus is granted mysterious and ancient powers. Psychic abilities. These powers allow Samus to operate mechanisms and to open doors. They also allow her to control the trajectory of her beams with the power of her mind. But why were these powers bestowed upon Samus?
Shadihara Teras Mantanaga Shakaran.
And what will be her fate after being summoned to Vuros? The threads intertwining beyond space and time are beginning to weave a new tale.
لكن تقللخ عشريارا intentina karanshi.
Yeah, I'm really liking how this game looks. I'm really liking it.
Path forward. Living in the jungle, alone.
Yeah, very Halo 4 cinematography.
Alien creature. Powers allow Samus
Yeah,
to
sorry for the
operate
audio.
mechanisms
Um,
and
stuff.
open doors. They also allow her to control the these
A little
powers
surprised we didn't see Silex.
Teras Mantanaga
But Samus looked really good.
and what
What is that?
will be her fate after being summoned to Vuros? The
Okay. Yeah, I'm liking how this is looking. And they didn't give a release date. That's the surprising thing. So to me that says like it's going to be later in the year. Yeah, that looks sick as hell. All right. Yeah, so that will probably do it for me here. Next time I'll have like the audio a bit better. Yeah, I hope you guys are happy with what you saw. You know, I was disappointed that there hasn't been a confirmation about close encounters like Dread. I'm not sure what you mean. Oh, like melee and stuff? I don't know. It'd still be in the game, but I'm becoming less optimistic. Yeah, like if it is in the game, it is a little surprising they haven't shown it off, but you know. Aliens in Prime 4 die so fast as if they're made of plastic. Remember, this is a beam upgrade as well. And it's not like the Beetles didn't die in one shot, like to the plasma and ice beam. This new power. Yeah, Lopez. So beam's purple. I'm pretty sure we see a shot where her lights are purple, but she hasn't got the little gem thing, which I think is the sign of the psychic abilities. Where is it? I could be wrong. Yeah, no, she's still got it there. Yeah, you might be right. Like, the psychic abilities is how she gets her beams and stuff. It's an interesting one. Yeah, new power is probably like the source of like the beam stuff. But the wave beam it seems to function like a mix of wave and nova. Really hope there's more than one biome. There most definitely is. So good, yeah. I'm really liking it. It looks better than in the teaser. Though I must vastly prefer the prime one suit. I don't think it looks all that different. Yeah, I don't think it's all that different. Animations look smooth. Yeah, it looks a lot more polished this time around, though. Like, the overall game. Psychic wave beam, yeah, more or less. You know, nothing on retro, so I'm just gonna agree, yeah. Yeah, so beams is basically like how she shoots. And like what she shoots with. And in all the Metroid games there are different beams. And there's a purple one that is like more electric and stuff like that and goes through walls. But this one acts more like the electric one from like one of the games.
As she explores the planet.
And like Samus's suit looks a little different from usual. Like it's more realistically proportioned. But I quite like that. I definitely don't think we're gonna get remasters of 2 or 3. Yeah, the psychic abilities. It's definitely gonna be more for like
alone, though.
abhorrent alien like puzzles and stuff, like you know how the grapple beam was used in Corruption.
As she explores the planet, Samus is granted
yeah, a melee counter would still be good.
Powers.
For the highlights in green and purple. The green is still the normal look. But like the purple is like to do with the psychic abilities and probably the beams now. Okay, her helmet has the third thing on the forehead. Yeah, it definitely does.
As she explores the planet, Samus is granted
yeah, it's right there.
And ancient powers.
It's a pretty cool look.
Psychic ability.
So let's have a look. Because this guy has that too. I'm glad it is like a new species and not just the Chozo again.
Space.
I think this suit had it too. Like that looks sick as hell. Very Luminoth in design.
And ancient powers. Psychic abilities.
Yeah, agreed. Grapple Lasso is kind of cool though. It would work in a multiplayer setting. Why is everything about multiplayer? Because it's about single player, yeah? I don't expect we get a multiplayer mode here.
She's not alone though. Abhorrent, alien creatures living in the jungle
Ion,
are
that
waiting
hasn't
to
been wowed
strike.
yet. Second thing, playstyle shown. And if the Dread was revealed off the bat, you're all wowed by this game thing. That's because it's the most different compared to what's come before. So, like Prime 4, it's like you can compare it to like Prime 3 and stuff like that.
Explores the planet.
Dread plays completely differently to like Fusion, Samus Returns, and stuff like that. So it's not surprised that some people aren't wowed, but I am.
Samus to operate mechanisms and to open doors. They
Yeah,
also
it's more or
allow
less
her to
grapple
control
lasso in
the
a different
trajectory
format
of her
and
beam
works with the beams.
with the power of her mind.
Hate multiplayer with no friends.
But why were these powers bestowed
My
upon
dogs have no
Samus?
thumbs. Yeah, if only they could play with you. Your dogs are really cute, by the way. They're adorable. Now it looks like it's cracking when using psychic powers. Yeah. Especially, like, offensively.
To operate mechanisms, powers, psychic abilities. These powers
There it uses the, like, upgrade sound as part of the song.
allow Samus to operate mechanisms and to open doors. They also allow her to control the
The
trajectory
red
of
suit looks too male? Well, first off, I disagree. Aesthetically, it looks very similar to like the light suit and a sports car. It reminds me of Veil from Halo 5. Like, that was my first thought. It's a very similar color too. Which is quite appropriate because Veil was inspired by Samus. So, I think that's what I'm afraid of. I think they're playing it safe with this game, and the psychic abilities don't push much. Yeah, I can see where you're coming from. We still have barely seen anything from this game. This is still probably within the first hour of the game. Maybe 2 at a push. In the language sounds Arabic inspired. Really? They do like to have real world inspiration for the languages, which is really cool.
of a powder to
Which is multiplayer the devs don't want to do online multiplayer in 3.
this.
They've
is
wanted
the
to do,
unknown
sorry.
planet Vuros. Here,
Yeah, I
Samus
think with
finds a
Metroid
verdant
it is
jungle
best to
with a colossal tree in
not
its center. This
just to overall not with
in order
multiplayer.
to survive and escape this planet.
Like, as good as
she was
Hunters is
unexpectedly
multiplayer wise,
transported
like
to. Samus
don't
must
do
scan
multiplayer
stone
if
figures
there's a
and
cost to
other
the
relics
campaign, and I think
to
there
carve the
definitely
path
would be
forward.
with Prime 4. Get comfortable and then maybe experiment. I don't know, I don't get the male vibe. I really don't. Yeah, I really don't. I don't get the male vibe. You're lucky that didn't pick you up.
What?
You're lucky that didn't pick you up. Yeah, with the manual is to like hide the identity and like and show the twist, but that's a woman's figure, guys. It is. like that is. I think people are saying that just because the waist is like slightly wider than usual. Yeah, because it's like in the older games, like up until Dread, and no, not even until Dread, Samus did have a more like tucked in waist and then like really broad shoulders and like wide hips, but like this is a realistically proportioned woman. So the chest might be a bit off. I don't think so. I think that's perfectly like in line. I'll talk more about it in future, but that's definitely a woman, guys. like, like let's not get it twisted. Looks like she has muscular pecs there. Guess what? She should. She should have that. So yeah, like I don't know why this has suddenly become the most important part of the discussion, but Samus looks like a woman. Yeah, people in the chat saying like this suit in particular, like the red one at the end of the trailer, looks very male. And I don't see it. Like
The like reddish one?
Yeah.
Like that one?
Yeah. It's just because like the waist and stuff like that isn't where like the purple lines are, and it goes out a bit further.
Oh no, she's not Snap. She must be a man. Come on, dude.
Yeah.
I can't believe it. Gamers Online experience what a real woman looks like.
Because like
Sorry, she doesn't have an hourglass figure properly.
yeah,
Are you expecting it to be
yeah.
a centimeter thick?
It's not.
There is obvious definition of chest.
Yeah,
No, that's a man.
it's not. My God, what if the girl doesn't boobily?
Wow, I can't believe your chat are being so trans inclusive. I'm so proud of Samus for his transition.
Yeah.
You're gonna call that a man? It's a trans man.
Yeah, exactly.
Samus's top surgery is next month.
Yeah, yeah. No, it's. I don't know. That's a bit. Like, we know who Samus is, right?
It's just like a random person who's just coming
No,
to your
quite a
chat.
few people have said. So.
Your stream chat hit Halo game from 2010 because that's a reach.
I was gonna like that.
I love how I can see that you googled what you were about.
I didn't even see that on your laptop. But yeah, like guys, Samus throws around aliens that are like 3 or 4 times her size. It's probably time she doesn't have the waist of a fucking Pringles can.
What sexy ass Pringles can have you been looking at that has a waist?
The blue one.
That one might not.
Yeah. But like, because both Dread and like now Prime 4, they both have like different but still realistically proportioned Samuses. Like Dread has it more lower half, whereas Samus in this is more the overall package, which I feel like is better. As a Pringles can, I feel called out.
Pardon?
So Ark said, as a Pringles can, I feel called out. New suit Samus looks womanly to me, so I don't know what people are talking about. Yeah.
Okay, so like I don't even play Metroid, but I know what a woman looks like.
Yeah. So I wouldn't have said much if it was just one person, but no, a couple people have said. But like, no, that's still very much
She's literally wearing like a full body armor suit.
Yeah.
Sorry that it's not serving. Sorry it doesn't look like it's on RuPaul's Drag Race.
Yeah, I'm sorry she's not wearing a corset.
How am I supposed to know that's a girl if she doesn't have a skirt and a bow?
Yeah.
A little frilly pink bow. That was kind of cute. I can't lie. I think, not even because she's a woman, just because it's cute, she should have like a little bow. And they should do this to like Master Chief as well. I just think it's cute.
Yeah. Like, because she still hasn't got a huge, like, waist. Because that is, like, slightly side on. It's, like...
Also, can I say, like, some women also don't have waists that go in.
Yeah.
Like, not every woman has an hourglass figure. I don't know how to tell your chat this. But unfortunately, like, there are women out there who actually have diverse body types.
Yeah. The thing is, it's like... I assume it's like because historically Samus has always had kind of a really tucked in waist. But I don't know. The wider waist is much more fitting for her.
She's been eating better.
The chat's gonna lose their fucking minds when they see my waist, considering my waist goes in way more than my ex's did, and she
Samus's muscle fibers are probably so dense that she could probably snap human spines by some push. Yeah, definitely could. The original trailer has a wider hip. No, it doesn't.
What is this code?
It's the same. It's the same, guys.
Bro, what is this code?
It's the same. Let's not get it twisted. It's the same.
Oh no, the pixels on the screen's waist doesn't go in as much. Now I can't go. Grow up, man.
Like...
Oh, does it make me gay to like Sally? Shut up. Oh my god, I hate the internet.
Yeah. Like, yeah, it's probably jokes and it's probably just like lighthearted, but like to actually say that Samus looks like a man here, no, she doesn't.
I love the faith that you have. I thought it was probably a joke.
Because someone said in chat, like, it's probably,
Here's a
but...
better thing. Her suit, on the three lights in the bottom to her eye, it going down is then a nose and then a smiley face.
It looks like Winston! Winston from
Oh, it does! Oh my god!
Eyes, nose, smiley face.
Winston!
He's sorry for dropping in, damn. Samus is already bulked. She's a 6'2" muscle lady. She wrestles dragons!
Yeah, okay, but like she doesn't have an itty bitty little waist, so like
shit.
She's clearly a man.
The annoying thing is, Zero Suit's house will probably still look like the classic, really like typical, like skinny woman in big armor.
It is so stupid.
I hope not, but
of course she is, because Zero Suit is fan service.
yeah. Though to be fair, in like the main game of Dread, she didn't appear once, unless you died, which is a rarity. So I hope they actually.
Elliot,
do
are you
well.
jumping into the chat or something? Like honestly, it's so. Also, like, I really do not understand what is the issue of her having a slightly wider waist.
Because the thing is, like, you don't get discussion like this with like male characters.
No, you don't.
really don't. Like,
We should though. We should start.
Like,
why isn't Master Chief snatched?
I was literally gonna say Master
Hair done,
Chief.
nails did.
Like, no, I was literally gonna say, like, when with the redesign of like Master Chief, like with Halo 4 and stuff, it wasn't the fact that like his anatomy changed; it was the fact that art style was different.
Yeah, but that's because he's a male character. But
Yeah.
because Samus is a woman, we have to show off her womanly charms. It has.
Yeah.
To, it's woke.
Yeah.
It's woke because Samus isn't breasting boobily. Oh my god. Oh my god.
It's just because he has a hog body. He doesn't in Halo 4. He
Oh,
really doesn't.
he's what?
He has a hog body.
What does that mean?
I don't know. I assume jacked, but like
Hog body.
like he's not lanky or anything like that. If that's the right word to use, but like
Like, he's not tall and skinny.
Yeah, but he's not. But he definitely doesn't look the same as you did in, say, like Halo 1 and stuff like that. Yeah, no, like, this Samus looks completely fine. Oh, you're joking? Okay. Yeah, the armor change for Halo 4 was stupid, but, like, no one brought about the anatomy changes. Like, I promise
Honestly,
you that.
How am I supposed to know that Master Chief's a man if he doesn't have a huge jiggling codpiece?
That was a funny thing, though. That was a topic of discussion in Halo 4.
Actually?
Yes, it was.
So the gamers yearn for
Yeah.
codpieces.
I'm sorry, I don't get the reference.
What are they trying to say?
I'm making an Adore Delana reference. I'm not sure who that is.
Oh, Drag Race.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
right.
I love it. I love Adore Delana, actually. They're really cool. Right, no, I know what that's basically hog body is because they didn't wear a corset. So
Gotcha.
they were just kind of straight down.
Okay.
And then the judges or someone was commenting on their hog body, which was like so horrible.
Yeah. I like Silex's red suit. It's Speaking of, let's actually look at.
Are you gonna now bring up the other trailer?
Yep.
To compare.
Yep. I said I'd go ages ago, but
Elliot has dropped Vincent Samus in
I already see reactions as well. Oh shit, wrong buttons. Expand this a bit. Hang on, let's go back. Get the annotation off. What?
The new Venom skin in Marvel Rivals has an emote where he's literally throwing it back.
Apparently it is. Apparently it is real. Yeah, it is an April Fool's thing, as far as I heard.
I do need you to go back to naming Venom for
Unrelated.
Get that thank the Lord.
Yeah. Right, let's have a look. Not a good look.
That's cool. The purple
Oh.
glowy guy?
Yeah. Looks like an axolotl.
Kind of, yeah. Like
Yeah.
I think it's cool.
Yeah, I really like it.
It looks like an OC I had briefly when I was 15, so Nintendo owes me money. It's going in the same amount. It just did not look like it was in the red suit.
Yeah. So there isn't like a good shot.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
He's getting heart eyes as he does it.
Really? So let's go for a similar angle as that. About there. Oh, don't want it full screen.
Right.
About there. Yeah, it's the same.
Like, listen, this is not my circus, not my monkey going out with the clowns.
Yeah.
So
Now, to compare, that is a male build.
it's way more like bulky on the.
Yeah.
Bro, his waist is more snatched.
Yeah, like that. That is a man.
Well, that thing.
Oh,
That's a man.
yeah. So it's the body language as well. Like his figure and movement is very masculine.
I think people are just. I don't know. It's
Yeah.
weird because I
And
do
then-
not see.
Very feminine.
Yeah.
Wow!
Oh, but you don't understand. Girl.
I should hear my enormous laughter. His waist is more snatched.
It is though.
Yeah, no, it's literally the same. The shoulders look a bit bigger. I think a touch. Like at
For-
most for Samus.
Okay.
Like just a touch. My personal body language is lost in translation. I want Solix to manly snap me in half right now.
What is happening in your chat?
You could get Femmendo. Yeah, so with Silex, he moves very masculine rather than feminine. I know this one.
You can get femmen. Yes,
Yeah.
you can.
Yeah. But this one is
I am
very
one.
masculine. Yeah. So this guy, like Silex, he moves like your typical male, really. Who can like carry his weight, is like physically strong and stuff like that. So, and Samus.
Hey, I have a new video topic for you.
Oh God.
This discussion.
Yeah. I could.
Some controversy
I could-
on the subreddit.
Yeah, I could break up this part of the stream into a video in itself. So.
Also, you know she's a woman because only women can morph into balls like that.
Exactly. Yeah.
Men can't do that.
What is funny though is the one that we were talking about can.
He's trans.
Yeah.
Oh damn! I'm so happy for him.
Yeah. Snatch for the gods of those power shoulders. So I don't see what people are saying. Reading too much into it. Yeah, like. Yeah, saying waist snatch about stuff like this is really funny.
I've been watching.
Snatched for the gods.
I've been watching Drag Race. I don't know if it's been showing.
He moves more masculine than feminine. So does Michelle Visage.
She's a judge on Drag Race.
Oh, okay.
I need to show you Drag Race now.
Yeah, you do.
You and that specific chatter can like reconvene and be like, I get it now.
Why don't you think there won't be? Why do you think there won't be Prime 2, 3 remasters? Mostly because Prime 4 and
Wasn't? Oh no, it was just the first.
it was just the first one. Yeah, and
I thought it was 1 and 2 for some reason.
yeah, and because with Prime it was a special case. I feel like it was to more or less proof of concept it that like Retro can demo what they have for Prime 4 and like work out anything.
I think it was just to keep you all quiet for a few months.
Yeah, probably. Like that as well. But also Metro Prime, like the first one was the successful one. Like by a landslide.
That was a joke. I do need
Yeah,
to
yeah.
emphasize.
But you also might not be that wrong.
They just dropped it like, oh my god, here, shut up,
Yeah.
we're working on it.
Like here is something.
God damn.
Like yeah, I wouldn't be too
Bunch of
surprised.
toddlers.
Yeah. I wouldn't be too surprised if that is the case. So I don't watch Drag Race. I'm just gay.
Is that what someone in the chat
Yeah,
said?
that's the one that brought up. Yeah,
Just gay.
yeah. The irony of that statement on men not being able to curl up it will depend on how flexible they are. Yeah, we are talking about the morph ball at some point, by the way. Like I've got the script ready for that. So at least give us the trilogy. I don't think we will get that. I'm a woman and I cannot be ball. I'm sorry. Full of tears, baby.
I feel like it's like if your chat has not already gathered, it's important to mention I have never played or interacted with Metroid outside of like what you've said.
Yeah.
So I have very, very limited knowledge.
Yeah.
I know about Samus.
Mhm.
I know about the Emmys. I know the
Is it
good
a
boop
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 boop?
boop.
Yep. Wait, people didn't like 2 or 3? No, they just didn't sell as well. Like they sold 1 million each, but then Prime sold about 3. So
Three.
and 3, yeah,
Not
3
3
3
million, just
copies. Yeah, no, 3 million roughly. And for a Metroid, that's really successful. That's why Dread is insane because it went over that. I'm NB and I can morph into a pyramid. Trust me, I believe that.
What do men get?
Um,
If women can be balls and non-binary people can be triangles or pyramids, what do men
square.
get? I do enjoy turning into a
Sonic Colors cube sound effect plays.
That's from Sonic Colors.
Yep. I can see that remaster the successful one as proof of concept, but dang, it seems criminal to not release 2 and 3. Like, I would love Echoes particularly for like Torvus Bog and Sanctuary Fortress, but I don't think we'll get that. Especially not a full remaster like Prime did. I have my own theory on the mothball and how it works. Oh, we'll go into that. Don't worry. Yeah, I'll start working on like the video itself when I can, because I wanted to do the Olympic cluster, but that's a big video. That's going to be a lot more editing than I expected. Breath of the Balls, Balls of the Kingdom. And that's the same person who brought up. That's Ark, by the way.
Balls of the Kingdom.
Yeah. I feel like the purple suits are related to that gem embedded in her helmet. Yeah, most likely.
I think the purple looks.
Yeah, purple looks really cool. Because.
That's my official take.
Yeah, because Other M, it had the gravity feature where the lights just turned purple, but the gravity feature is supposed to be an entirely different suit, right. Whereas this is showing, and yeah, like I said, the lights turn purple, but the main colors of the suit stayed the same. But this feels like, yeah, it's to do with the little gem in her head, but it also feels like it's tying into like the beam upgrade, which the lights of the cannon do change to go with it.
I love that you're looking at me like,
yeah.
These words mean anything to me.
So you know her big gun
yeah.
with the different beam which she shoots with. Cannon change color. Cannon lights change color. It does it with this too. Oh, Zelda fans are screaming about no Zelda. That's going to be Switch 2. That has to be Switch 2. Like that and Mario. Like, I mean, if there's anything to...
You need to think about the time difference. Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom
yeah.
as well.
Yeah.
And they released the Zelda, the cheap Zelda one as well. So
yeah, they did, yeah. Zelda's something. But yeah, like, I feel like Mario will be the Switch 2 exclusive.
It's gonna have I feel.
Yeah, at the very least, because Odyssey was 2017.
Was it actually?
Yep. Yeah. And the last Mario game was Wonder, but that was a 2D game. So, I feel like, yeah, the next big Mario game will be Switch 2, and maybe there will be a Zelda, but I kind of doubt that. Metroid Dread, I can't pay my spaceship insurance this month. Prime 2 and 3 need online multiplayer. It really needed a multiplayer. No, it didn't. Like, if Prime 2 does get remastered and stuff, like, I can see the multiplayer being online. But 3 didn't, really. And that would be too much of like for a remaster to do. Because that is like changing a bunch of the game. I do hope the bounty hunters from Hunters go into Fort. Well, we have Silex. I definitely think we'll see... Well, I don't definitely, but I hope we'll see Weevil. Because the space pirates are a thing. You think this is where Samus loses her Prime 3 ship? She tends to do that. She might do. She might do. I do believe they kept quiet about Metroid for a reason. Yeah. Metroid is one of those games where it's like, you want to kind of go in blind. Yeah, ball. Next year's Metroid's 40th anniversary. Oh yeah, it is! Yeah, so maybe we'll get another announcement at some point then for like a new game, maybe. So those Metroids are Mocktroids in the first trailer. In the first trailer, those were Mocktroids, but yeah, that is a good point. I feel like we'll have a look. because that is a pretty big deal.
And what?
It's at this point, right? Oh, no, that's still a Metroid. And this is from the beginning of the game.
After being
That feels like it'll be like a Metroid evolution. What is this? Is this like an elite pirate? Or even Omega?
summoned to Vuros.
I do like the crustacean look.
The threads intertwining beyond space and
Yeah, so at some point I'll do a full breakdown of this. So yeah. Let me see. Yeah, so those are Metroids. I thought you hated purple lights on all gravity suits. It never had purple. Not purple lights, anyway. I like blue lights on the gravity suits. It's the gravity feature I didn't like, because it's supposed to be a gravity suit, not a feature.
is the unknown planet Vuros.
And I said, like,
Here,
the one interesting thing
Samus
is
finds a
the
Vuro
color
jungle
itself is
with a
neat,
colossal tree at its center.
but the execution of it wasn't good. Or just didn't fit.
In order
Because it's
to
supposed to be a
survive
suit, an entirely
and
different
escape
suit.
This planet that she was unexpectedly transported to. Samus must scan stone figures and other relics to carve
Yeah,
a
I'm-
path forward.
Twilight balls, Majora's balls, the balls of time, the wind of the wind balls. Villagers had echoes in September.
not
Oh yeah,
alone,
that was another one.
And
Echoes
hordes,
one.
alien creatures living in the jungle.
Now think about it,
are
Adam
waiting
Malkovich
to
would
strike.
win grand prize if the category was Femboss Chihuahua Realness. What a sentence! He'd get 10s from me and a chop for everything else. This doesn't have any correlation with Dread, right? Like getting Metro powers at the end of Dread. Yeah, this is it. It's.
Samus is
I
going
feel
to
like it's its
experience
own separate
ancient
story,
powers,
pulling from Hunters.
psychic abilities. These powers allow Samus to operate mechanisms
Yeah, the space pirates still
and open
like
doors.
speak jarbled and stuff like that. Like it's still
They also
their
allow
alien
her to
talk.
control the trajectory of her beams with the power of her mind. But why were these powers bestowed upon Samus?
Looks like the first Prime boss returns. It looks like it's a spiritual successor in a way. Especially the first phase. Probably to get you reacquainted and then they'll go like ballistic. It makes me wonder what happened to the Metroid style attached. I think the Metroids are like clones of
After
that.
being summoned to Vuros, the threads intertwining beyond space and time are beginning to weave a new tale.
I'm willing to believe that we've been simply looking at a Metroid redesign instead of Metroids, but that would be crazy, a crazy twist if not. No, the difference between Metroids and Metroids is quite important. Will they have a pirate hat? I hope so. The music I enjoy 2D games, but they were never able to match Prime's music. Yeah, it's because like Prime had like more ability to create stuff like that. Because like the 2D games usually were limited to like storage and stuff, but the like Prime's never had that issue. Doesn't really excuse Dread's like okay soundtrack at best. Zelda and Metroid are both 40 next year. Nintendo clearly views Metroid as the ugly twin. I don't know. Like, it's Zelda. Like, one of these franchises has one game that has sold more units than a collective combined for like.
Here,
I think
Samus
Breath of the
finds
Wild has sold more than
with a colossal
the entirety
tree at
of
its center.
the Metroid series.
In order to survive,
And I can't say
escape this
I'm all that
planet
surprised.
She was unexpectedly transported to. Samus must scan stone figures and other relics.
I do like
to
Samus holds
carve
the
a
side of
path forward.
Vizalek in cutscenes and Echoes. Yeah, I'm so happy about that. Like the amount of times I've like done that myself because Samus doesn't.
She's not alone, though.
Prime Chronicles takes place between
Alien
Metroid 1 and 2,
creatures
and Dread is
living in the
the
jungle
very final part of her
are waiting to
timeline.
strike.
I feel like this is going to shake that up a little bit, or at least like throw it into question because of the year dates, or they'll clarify it, I'm not sure. Seriously though, is it just me or does the new suit look like Q's light suit? No, I did say it looks very Luminoth-esque, like the light suit.
As she explores the planet, Samus is
But
granted
more,
mysterious and ancient powers. Psychic abilities.
Obviously, more technical graphical fidelity, as well as like
These
more
powers allow Samus to operate
more curved and
mechanisms
smooth.
and open doors. They also allow her to
Metroid is
control
Zelda
the
in the future of the
trajectory
space
her
guns? Not
beams
necessarily.
with the power of her mind. But why were these powers bestowed upon Samus?
What's your overall thoughts on it? I really like what we've seen. I'm really excited. I need to drink.
Zeros, Nantanaga, Shakaran.
Yeah, really excited. It looks like a Metroid Prime game.
And what will be
Like,
her
duh,
fate
but
after
I'm very
being
happy about
summoned
that.
to Vuros? The threads intertwining beyond space and time are
Even
beginning
though
to
it's not as good
weave
as other Metroid's
a new
music, Dread
tale.
soundtrack has grown on me as time went on. It has for me as well, but it's still definitely not as good
Lakin
as
Takalalech,
others. The plant that tries to whip sounds kind of resembles Tor's Berapod.
Intendina Garanshe.
I think I know what you're on about. It's all looking good. Some people say Prime takes place in a separate timeline. It doesn't. It is just a side story that is like as important as the main line. Prime has essentially become Metroid but first person. And like the Prime is there to distinguish it. Yeah, psychic stuff is like interesting. I'm curious how it will play into a lot of stuff. I'm glad it plays into combat. It makes combat a lot more interesting.
This is the unknown planet Vuros. Here, Samus finds a verdant jungle
Go to
with
the
a
official
colossal
Japanese
tree at
site,
its
you can hear
center.
the full song. Oh, hell yeah. Heels and no heels on the new suit. It went by fast. That's a good point. I don't think it has. I think it's just the usual boots. Yeah, still going. Yep, usual boots. Yep, so that's good. Introduce parallel
This
timelines.
is the
It could
unknown
do.
planet Vuros.
Because there's like space and
Here,
time hopping,
Samus
so
finds a verdant jungle with a colossal tree at its center. In order to survive,
surprised Robert
and
Rule
escape
2
this
review hasn't done a
planet,
reaction
she
yet. He's
was
probably still streaming.
unexpectedly
Streaming it or something like that.
Samus must scan stone figures and other relics to carve a path
Right.
forward.
Going to Metroid recently, I gotta say Prime Remaster felt underwhelming in combat. Yeah, that's just how Prime was. Because it's a 2002 game, so...
She's not alone, though. Abhorrent alien creatures living in the
It's
jungle
very
are
simple,
waiting
but
to
that is the
strike.
point. But I hope Prime 4, especially with like how much further like gaming has got, especially with Metroid, that combat is a bit more interesting this time around. Without compromising exploration, of course.
As she explores the planet,
Yeah, like I said,
Samus
the
is granted mysterious
like the
and
beams
ancient
have
powers.
changed. Like,
Psychic abilities.
so probably you're gonna have beam stacking.
These powers,
like, thanks to the
allow
psychic
Samus
abilities.
to operate mechanisms. And
No,
open
the yellow
doors.
lights do change, especially in
They also allow her to control
Hunters,
the trajectory of her beams with the
which
power
obviously Prime
of
4 is
mind.
taking a bit more from.
But why were these powers bestowed upon Samus?
And it definitely looks like the canon itself doesn't change.
Theros, Nantanaga, Shakaran.
Okay, let's bring back Legacy Boss for these things. We've had enough of Ridley. We had created maybe Dragon next. Maybe. We've had Fantoon as well in like other M, so
What
I wouldn't be
will be her
surprised
fate
with
after being summoned to Vuros.
Dragon. As a long-time Metroid lover and player, I'm
Threads
very happy for the same.
intertwining beyond space and time
Okay.
are beginning to weave a new tale.
Okay, so yeah, the game overall just looks really good. I'm really happy. So until I do the full breakdown, I really like the boots there. Then yeah, until then, I'm gonna hop off now. So how long have we been going on for? About 2 hours. A bit longer than I wanted to, but that's fine. The entire direct was mid though. I don't know, I think it was okay. I have to make it so if you hit an enemy in certain parts, it does something special like disabling their weapons, blowing their legs off. Yeah. Like something like that would be pretty nice. But yeah, at some point I will do the full breakdown of that new trailer, do comparisons. So yeah. I hope you guys are looking forward to it because I know I am. Yeah. Alright. Thank you for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time. Probably on the next direct. Right. Bye-bye.